Welcome to another episode of Ohio Eats. In this episode, we're going to be reviewing the restaurant Cooper's Hawk, not Copper Hawk.
He kept calling it Copper Hawk.
Yeah, that's what it was. Now, this isn't just like a regular independent restaurant. This actually is a chain, but this is the first one that's opened up in our area in Cleveland, and now it is a much nicer chain.
Yes.
And it's really popular, so that's why we went to review this, because we've stated most of the places we're going to be going to is going to be more places that aren't big chains. This place is a little bit bigger of a chain, but it is more upscale chain.
Yes.
That's why we went there.
I dressed up.
And if you're new to this series, basically we do a review, but it's more kind of letting people know of things that are in the area that don't suck. That area being Ohio, hence the name Ohio Eats. So this place is it's a winery / restaurant. So they do wine tasting, stuff like that. We'll get more into that at the end of the video, because they actually have a club thing you can do. But we didn't really know what to expect. I looked at the menu and I was like, a lot of this stuff sounded good. Was a little bit pricey. But one thing I will say is the portions were a good size, though.
Oh, yeah.
I hate it when places are super expensive and like the portions are tiny. Now, I mean, there's some high-end place you go to and it's going to be like that, because like the ingredients are just really expensive. But some places you're literally paying more you pay more so the clientele that you're in the restaurant with isn't children and stuff like that. Honestly, a lot of the restaurants that are really expensive, you're paying more just for the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Than not necessarily that the food quality is higher.
Honestly, I didn't see any kids there.
Yeah, no. So to start with, we got an appetizer. We got, what was it? Oh, the crispy pork tostadas.
Pork belly tostadas.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And they were absolutely delicious. It was good. They gave us, it was uneven numbers, 5.
Yeah.
We had 2 and then we had a split one. They're great. I mean, they're so crunchy. You just pick them up and just bite them. They don't fall apart when you pick them up. They were
so good.
What I would describe as like a perfect appetizer to share. Everyone can just kind of grab it. They're like a small plate kind of thing. Then you actually do get bread here. And the cool thing is the bread's actually pretzel bread, which is the first time I've seen a restaurant serve. I've had pretzels at restaurants, but it's usually an actual pretzel. I've never actually got a pretzel bread, like a bread loaf.
It was so good.
So good.
So good. He ate all of it. Like, I think I had 2 bites.
Oh, you had almost, well, you had a quarter of it.
Yeah, I had a quarter of it. When I went back to get my other, he had already finished. I was like,
well, that's because we also ordered Lobster Bisque, a cup of that to share, because we don't want to both get a cup because we already have all this other food, but I really wanted to try because it's crab and lobster bisque.
So good.
And it was good. It was more hearty than most lobster bisques I've had. It had like, I don't know if they were potatoes, I forget all what was in it, but it was more hearty. It was almost, it tasted like lobster bisque, but it had almost a consistency of almost like a
chowder.
Like a chowder, exactly. That's what I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. So that was fantastic. And then we got flights of wine. So there's a few things you can choose. They have reds, whites. They have one that's like a special one that the chef curates. He makes it for you, or you can do a choose your own. And the prices vary accordingly. I did a choose your own. I got a sparkling rosé. That one is really good. It was called Romance Red. So it was like a sweet red, very good, very fruity. We got one of their ice wines that's actually a dessert wine. I wanted to try an ice wine. That thing was super sweet. It was really strange, but really good.
Yeah.
And then our personal favorite wine that we tried was, which is what we're drinking now, was a chocolate one. It's Vino Noir Chocolate, I believe is what it was called. It's something like that. Mm-hmm.
So good.
And then Kim got the white wines.
I got white wines. I got a Cabernet Sauvignon. And it was like a grapefruity flavored wine. It was really, really good. It was probably my favorite of the 4 that I got. I got a Moscato. I got a Chardonnay, which is a little buttery. That one was really good too. And then I got the Cooper's Hawk White, which is kind of like their house wine. Even though they make all their own wines, it was like their house. The grapefruit one.
Yeah, so that was my favorite of the whites as well. It was because the first thing I tasted, it took me a second, I'm like, what is, because I didn't read really the tasting notes for a lot of them, because I read more for what I got, not what she got. And I'm like, oh wow. Because it's cool, they actually give you a little placement map that says what each one is too. Oh, and the way they brought the wines out was super fancy.
Yeah, he had actually hit this, like, it almost looked like a hanger.
Yes.
And then the wine glasses were they were stemmed, and they were hanging off of this hanger. And he would place a little placemat in front of you that had where everything was supposed to go. And then he would take this thing and he would drop down the glasses. His was a little bit harder because the one glass was like a little smaller and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of the dessert wine, the ice wine it's in the smaller glass.
So they're all different sizes.
So it was kind of like he had to like maneuver it onto the thing. But they like plop it down on there and then they lift off the thing and the wines are right there. And it was just really pretty and really, really nice display that they did.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then for entrees, I got it was gnocchi bolognese with short rib is what I had. Absolutely delicious, very rich and very big portion, and it had a nice amount of, I believe it was ricotta cheese that was on top, right? I think it was it ricotta?
I think it was like a blend of ricotta. I got the Asian pork chops.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
It looks like a buffet of food when they brought it out.
Oh my
so
god.
much food.
Like there was these two huge breaded boneless pork chops. There was an Asian slaw salad with like a ginger dressing on it. There was like a little cucumber salad next to that. And then there were like skin on mashed potatoes, but they also had like big chunks of potato in them. And then it was served with like a spicy sriracha aioli.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good.
It was really good, yeah, because obviously we tasted some of each other's and it was fantastic. And then we did get dessert. We managed to also eat all of that somehow. We got, it was a lemon ice wine cheesecake, which actually it says you need to be 21 or older to actually order this cheesecake. So there must have been a fairly good alcohol content. We already had so much wine pumping through our veins that I didn't really notice. Like, I tasted the lemon for sure, but I don't know if I tasted it being alcoholic. But it was super intensely flavored. Very good.
It had fresh berries on top
Lots
of it.
of fresh berries.
Like a jam that was on there as well. And it was actually served in kind of a glass like this.
Yes, like a shorter,
and like the cheesecake was in here and then the berries on top.
It was delicious. It was like the perfect size for two people to share, I think, as well, because now it's not a huge dessert, but it's very rich.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I could have eaten the whole thing myself, even if I wasn't full already. The very rich dessert. So that's everything we had, and then the other thing we were talking, they do offer a wine membership, which I actually did because the pricing actually isn't too bad because you kind of pick how it works. So I did the variety one, which for 2 bottles it's $37.99. So you actually get, for that price, you get 2 bottles of wine a month. Included in that, you get 1 free wine tasting a month, which is usually, I think it's at like 16 or 17. I think it's like $16.99. So say 17. And you get that, and a friend can come with you. You get invites to exclusive dinners, and there's also 1 wine a month that only people that are members can actually get. And you can use one of your wines with it. You can also do red or white, which is also $37.99. So I don't know why you would do that. You might as well do the variety, so you can pick whatever you want. But they do have the sweet wines is cheaper. That one's $33.99 a month, and you can actually switch these, and it's also cancel anytime. It's not like you're locked into anything, and it comes out on the 4th Tuesday. There's other benefits as well. You can check it out on their site. But actually, I did it because I'm like, well, I would like wine, and the other benefits sound cool, so I want to try it out, see if I actually use the things, and if not, well, I just can cancel. So.
Right.
But yep, that does it for our review of Cooper's Hawk. Where would you like us to try next? We're pretty much game to go anywhere within reason. Like I said, try to keep it in Ohio. If you like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe for any future videos coming out. We do the food thing, but the main channel focus is always going to be, and always has been, more of like kind of has like that creepy, like paranormal vibe. We do like haunted house reviews. We go to like abandoned places. We do vlogs of cool entertainment as well, though. So really just entertainment in a nutshell with more of a dark edge is kind of what we generally do. But we decided to do this series because, well, food is our second favorite thing. Maybe our first. I don't know.
We obviously eat. I mean,
a lot.
Come on. Like, I didn't get fluffy not eating, so.
Chocolate wine's real good.
Pretty big.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.